Good day, everybody. So I'm just heading back from the park. Kenzie had a good muddy time. It's mild today, so everything melted and it's all muddy now. And it looks like there's like a I don't know, a charitable run or something going on here at the park. Everybody's walking in the middle of the road. Anyway, I want to talk about this Ocean Wiesblatt case. It's a great name, Ocean Wiesblatt. I guess with a name like Wiesblatt, you want to give your kid a first name that's a little bit more, I don't know, a little cooler. Ocean's not a bad name. Anyway, so you've probably seen the social media out there. Somebody got phone footage of these cops went to an outdoor rink where a bunch of people were playing hockey. You know, who could have pictured anything more Canadian than a bunch of people getting some exercise outside, playing some hockey with some friends, in the open air, mind you. Not in a confined space with, you know, bad ventilation, not in tight, compressed store or restaurant. An open air hockey rink, a big one. I think it's just an ice rink, but they were using it for hockey. So cops rolled up because I guess some busybody said they're violating the ordinance, the public health ordinance. They called it. Apparently, this person who called the cops went on social media and admitted to it, but I could be wrong. That may be conjecture or rumor. But anyway, so cops showed up, said you're violating bylaw. I think bylaw officers showed up first, and they said, well, we don't care, we're going to play anyway. So cops were called in to intervene. And this Ocean Wiesblatt guy, you know, asked questions to the cops like, why is this in violation? We're outdoors. You know, I'm paraphrasing. I don't know exactly what he said, because I'll be honest, I was watching it with the sound off because wife was sleeping and I didn't want her to wake up. But anyway, so they arrested him. They hauled him off in a car, in a police car. Put him in the back seat of the cruiser, I guess with his ice skates on, which is crazy. And from the footage, it looks like the two officers who were trying to arrest him were having a hard time. They pulled out their tasers. I don't think they tased him though. I don't think they had to. But it just blows my mind that this is the state of things in Canada, Alberta in particular, right? But I mean, same shit happens all over Canada. It's happened at Tim Hortons. It's happened at, you know, other places. We're seeing cases of this all the fucking time. And I don't recognize my country anymore. I mean, I guess this is, I don't know. I guess this is the state of things to come under the Great Reset. The Build Back Better. It's infuriating, it's saddening, it's depressing, and it makes me want to just go and disappear in the woods somewhere. I'm serious. I don't want to be part of this anymore. I really don't. I don't like wearing masks when I go to places. I got myself a neck gaiter, because wearing a mask with this ridiculous beard is difficult. It's you know, the beard hangs out over it. I look a fool. I mean, I look a fool with the beard anyway. Beard's getting a little crazy, I'm not gonna lie. So I got a neck gaiter, and my wife's like, well, those aren't really that effective. I'm like, your mask isn't effective, honey. It's a cloth mask. You're not wearing an N95. It's a cloth mask. It's as effective as my gaiter. And if the rule is I gotta wear a face covering when I go into a store, then I'll wear what's gonna fit me best, not make my glasses fog up, feel most comfortable. Anyway, I'm just I don't know. I'm thoroughly depressed by this whole situation. Not the virus. I'm not afraid of the virus. I'm afraid of what's happening to our country. I'm afraid of the government becoming a vassal state of China, which is what it seems to be. I mean, you had Trudeau a couple of years ago saying he admires their basic dictatorship for their ability to turn on a dime. Yeah, I mean, you got people right now lined up with China, and you got people lined up with the United States. You got the freedom-loving people in the world, and you got the order-loving people in the world. And that's what it comes down to. And I guess this is the debate between Rousseau, the Rousseau view of humanity and view of society and view of nature, and I want to say Hobbes. I think it's Hobbes. I could be wrong. Hobbes, yeah. Hobbes view, where basically people want to be ruled. You know, like Loki in Avengers. People really want to be ruled. Versus Rousseau, who's like, you know, people really want to be free and will naturally engage in mutually beneficial exchanges with one another in order to achieve what they want. It's a libertarian versus authoritarian argument. And people talk about a culture war all the time. And I mean, that's the core crux of the culture war. You've got people, two types of people in the world. You got people who say there ought to be a law, and people who say, mind your own fucking business. Well, I'm a mind your own fucking business kind of person. I'm the kind of guy who says, you know what, that doesn't affect you. It's none of your fucking business. Ignore it. You know, I mean, you may not like it. You may not like that somebody's doing something that you don't like. But unless you believe in top-down control of everybody's life, then leave them the fuck alone. And I guess for many people, they do believe in top-down control of everybody's life. You know, instanced by this person who called the bylaw police on Ocean Wiesblatt. That's a great name. Anyway, yeah, I mean, what type of person are you? Are you the type of person to say there ought to be a law, somebody ought to do something to stop them? Or are you the type of person that says, it doesn't affect me, it's none of my fucking business? You're free to do what you want as long as you're not infringing on me. I think most people are a mix of both, but I err on the side of freedom, you know? I'm inclined, my default position is freedom. Less government. The government that governs least governs best. That's my point of view. And right now, because of Morona, the idea of freedom is passé. I remember speaking to a colleague at work one time, and I said something to the effects of, this colleague of mine, we would talk politics on a regular basis, and I said, yeah, I'm fundamentally, you know, a libertarian when it comes right down to it, and I wish we had a system of government that was more in keeping with that mindset of individual liberty and individual freedom. And this colleague said to me, I don't know if we can afford that right now. So yeah, there's people out there who want authoritarianism, who want top-down control of everybody's life, to make things more fair, to make things more equitable, and to make sure that everybody's safe. Yeah, fuck this country. And yeah, I don't see a way out. I don't see any hope for Canada. I really don't. Not right now. Because the fact of the matter is, Trudeau is a puppet of China, clearly, and I don't think Aaron O'Toole or any of the other leadership or any of the other politicians in Canada, with the exception of maybe Maxime Bernier, who really has no political standing right now, I don't think any of them have any real interest in restoring Canada, in restoring freedom. But I mean, most of the Western world has given up on that anyway. The Great Reset is in full swing, whether you believe it or not. And the world over the next 5 years or so, 10 years, it's going to be unfucking recognizable. And I know that the technocrats who are implementing this measure, I know they're the ones who are thinking, yes, it's going to be amazing, you're going to love it. But they lack the foresight, and they lack the they lack the knowledge of history, or maybe they're just ignorant of history, to realize that that's not the case. We need some more Edgar Friendlies, and we need some more Tyler Durdens. And we need some more Guy Fawkes. Anyway, that's all I got to say on it. I think Ocean Wiesblatt deserves to be vindicated, and I hope he is. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Gonna get some Mickey D's, and you all take care. Bye-bye.